And this is our third segment. Our last segment was a fantastic show. It was the interview of the president of Sinn Féin, and that's not provisional Sinn Féin. Let's not get it mixed up. This is Republican Sinn Féin. And there's a President Rory O'Brady that gave a history and the current position of the promotion of Éire Nua. And we also highlighted on the promotion here in the United States and some of the things that we've accomplished and some of the initiatives that we have planned also on promoting Éire Nua. And today the show is going to be about Cower. Cower is a charitable organization in Ireland that supports the families of Irish Republican political prisoners. With us today is John Horan with Cower, is a longtime supporter and organizer, and one of the men that's instrumental in organizing the Cower Swim. And the Cower Swim has, I believe, it's like 30 years that they've been hosting this event in Ireland, which has been very successful. And
it's become part of like Dublin tradition for Christmas. Actually, I'd say it's well known.
Exactly. We want Americans to be, a little bit more informed on what's going on over there, how they can get involved and support, because we all know the families do need support.
Without a doubt.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Mr. John Horan. John, welcome to the show.
Hello, Brian and Pat.
Hello, how are you, John?
Hello, America, all the way from Dublin here, yeah. Everything grand. Everything grand this side of the water so far, anyway.
Yeah. Now, John, could you give us a little background and say what Cower is and how it functions?
It's an organisation, Brian, it was founded in 1953, actually. That's 53 years that Cower is on the go now. When it was formed, it was called Uncommon Cower. It was founded, as I said, in 1953. In 1986, when the split happened, there was a couple of dozen POWs, prisoners, Irish Republican prisoners, that disassociated themselves from the provisional political party. They wanted nothing to do with it.
Yes.
Most of the leadership of Uncommon Cower agreed with them. And unfortunately, a split happened, as it happened in the main political party, Sinn Féin. It also happened in Uncommon Cower. And most of the leadership of Uncommon Cower decided to reform themselves as Cower. That happened in early 1987. And the work that was being done from 1953 up to 1987 continued as best it could. And that is the position today as well. There's around 30 families, and that's actually families, children, wives, and so on, that are being looked after by the Cower organisation. Okay. But they're not only looked after at Christmas time, Brian, when we do the swim, they're looked after all year round. And there's as many of us here as possible that are associated with Republican Sinn Féin and with Cower and with Na Fianna Éireann. We do what we can when we can to raise funds to keep those families as best we can.
To help out.
To help out financially. Mostly financially we help out. It's all year round. It's week in and week out. There's money needed for bills, there's money needed for school, and this is what Cower does.
And Cower...
It's a constant battle, not only against the state, but against other financial organisations, because money is needed all year round. And it's needed every week. That's what we do.
John, would
That's
there
what
be...
we try and do.
John, would there be committees across...
There is local committees on the island, in the 32 counties on the island. There is local Cower committees set up in, if not every main town, at least every second main town.
Okay.
It's a fairly big organisation. It works mostly unnoticed. Cower don't try and bring attention onto themselves for obvious reasons. They just work as best they can. Raffles, fundraisers, ballot sessions, collections, draws, and so on. Everything is converted into cash. The cash is no administration fee. It's a wholly voluntary committee that run it, and everyone that works with that committee, there's no salaries, there's no wages, there's no expenses.
Right.
There's nothing. Every cent that is raised goes into the one fund, and that fund then is distributed between those around It is around 30 families now. That's north and south.
And how are the families making out now, John? With
They're
that
struggling as they normally are, Brian. It is normally a struggle. It's an awful struggle to keep one family going, never mind 30 of them.
Right.
And when you have a voluntary committee doing what it can with the forces of the state, unfortunately, determined to close you down and to put you out of business.
And you're telling that the state would be against something like this? This is something...
Yeah, the state...
I don't understand. How could they be involved with a charitable organization that's trying to help families survive? I can't believe the state would be involved against that.
They are very much against us, Brian, unfortunately. Yeah, they're very much. But like they have been since 1953, actually. They have been trying to close down any avenue of relief to the prisoners or the prisoners' families. They have tried to close it down. Since then, they have been actually 53 years trying to close us down, if you like. But we're still here. We keep going. And hopefully, if it takes another 53 years, if it takes another 8 centuries, however long this struggle lasts, the Cower Group is determined to keep itself going.
Good. Now, one of the upcoming events you have is one of the biggest ones of the year, or at least the most well-known, would be the Christmas Swim, right, John?
It is, yeah, Christmas Swim. As I was saying to Brian there a few minutes before we went on air, I'm only about 20 minutes back from a raffle. That's another function that we hold on the second Sunday of every month. There's a raffle held which involves over 500 raffle tickets, €2 each. It's fairly decent money for one local area as this is in Dublin. I'm talking to you now from near the Dublin-Kildare border.
Okay.
And it's in this particular area that we hold a raffle like that. We can raise, and we have, and we continue to do, raise over €1,000 every month.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And that's only this area. Now, other areas are doing something the same, but as I was saying there, I'm only 20 minutes back from that raffle. We had a great successful raffle today. All tickets sold. There's over €1,000 raised. The prize money is taken out of that. Whatever then is left is given straight into Cower. That's what happens on the second Sunday every month. But what happens once a year on Christmas Day, and it has been going on since 1976, it's been going on now. This actual December 25th will be the 30th year. It's 30 years on the go, every Christmas morning at around 12 noon. There's a part of the canal down in Inchicore in Dublin, which some of your listeners may know, that's basically taken over by